Well, hey everybody, Fred McKinnon here with eBusiness Online. Hope you are doing well. Want to jump right into some headlines for this week today that I'm recording this video. It is Friday, June the 28th, 2024. And some big kind of news popped out across the headline this week about Amazon and their intention. Apparently, they're really, catching some attention from some of the social shopping and direct from China brands like Temu and Shein, TikTok shops, things like this, where maybe there's a little bit of market disruption here because Amazon has just announced that they are about to enter into a foray like that, where somewhere on the Amazon.com website in the near future, they're going to have their own section or their own place for you to get kind of low price, cheap goods shipped directly from China at a longer shipping time. But let's dig into that. So first and foremost, I just want to back up and introduce myself again. I'm Fred McKinnon. I'm the founder and creator of eBusiness Online. We're a full service Amazon marketing agency helping brands get their products launched and optimized to scale and sell profitably on Amazon and third-party channel marketplaces, as well as just doing one-on-one consulting for people that are in the e-commerce space. I've personally been a seller on Amazon and other third-party marketplaces for over 20 years and have managed over $100 million in sales revenue across third-party marketplaces. So I always like to say, I've seen a thing or two. So hey, thanks so much for watching my videos, for watching this channel. I hope you'll subscribe. Now let's jump back into the news that broke this week. Really, we first started hearing about this in an article that just launched on CNBC. And so you can see just from a screenshot here on CNBC.com, Amazon plans to launch discount store in a bid to fend off Temu and Shein. Now, some people say Temu, some people say Shein. Who knows? What do you like to call it? I say Temu and Shein, but some days I say Shein. I've heard people say Temu. Love to hear your thoughts. Drop in a comment. If you're watching right now, just, hey, everybody take a second. You're watching this? Drop in the comment how you think it's pronounced. You can do it, phonetically, like spell it out how you think it should be pronounced. But for me, right now, I'm going to say Temu and Shein. Definitely doing some market disruption here, right? Because you keep thinking to yourself, man, there has to be somebody at Amazon noticing this stuff, right? Because it's almost like a daily conversation that I have with just friends. Just this week, I'm at a coffee shop and my buddy, he says, I bought some workout gloves, some kind of gloves you use to pull the weight. And he said, I got them for $4 on TikTok shop with free shipping. And now it's going to take about 10 days for him to get them. He said the same gloves were on Amazon for $20, right? So people are always going to be out there who want to pay the cheaper price for maybe what could be the same product or the same quality product. And they're okay with it taking longer if they can get it cheaper, okay? And so we're experiencing that on these sites like Temu, like Shein, TikTok shop, places like this, where you're seeing a surge of products pushed into the international marketplace, specifically in the United States, where people are jumping on it. And so there's this big debate. There's this big debate going on with my colleagues and some of my friends. And a lot of, 7+ figure e-commerce store operators, they're like, I'm not threatened by this at all. I'm not threatened about it. The people that are paying, for a $5 pair of shoes instead of a $30 pair of shoes, that's not my customer. Anyway, I hear this all day, every day, right? And as an agency owner, as a consultant, my response to that, graciously is get your head out of the sand, man. I mean, yes, there is something to be said for having just a diehard core brand with great quality and fast shipping and an exceptional customer service experience. There's so much to say about that. But if you stick your head in the sand and just pretend that this is not happening, you are going to get left behind, all right? Because these sites that are selling cheap goods, insane, absurd low prices, and that are shipping directly from Chinese manufacturers to your mailbox in, 10 to 20 days at most, it's happening. And I'm talking to people who have means. I'm talking to friends and colleagues who have plenty of money and they're not necessarily on a tight budget and they're still making these choices. They're still buying from these websites like Temu and Shein and TikTok shop, places like this, instead of Amazon. And in many cases, they're going, I found the exact same product product on Amazon from the same brand, and it was half the price on this other site. So Amazon has to be seeing that, and as a result, they're getting in the game, right? They're getting in the game, and you can read, and I will link directly to this source, to the CNBC article in this show notes. All right, so if you're listening to this on our podcast, then, you know, the podcast is audio, but we really want to drive you to our YouTube channel so you can watch the video. But I will link to the CNBC article so you can kind of read it for yourself. But the key points here, according to CNBC, Amazon hosted a closed-door event for sellers in China where it presented plans for a new budget storefront that features low-cost apparel, home goods, and other items. The storefront would compete directly with Temu and Shein, two emerging e-commerce sites with ties to China. It's unclear whether Amazon intends to debut that storefront, when, how. Is it going to be part of Amazon.com? Will it be on the homepage? Will it be, you know, somewhere like that? We don't know the answer to all those questions, but what we do want to know is how is this going to happen and what it's going to look like. We don't know the answers to that yet. But I think my takeaway here is simply this. Number one, Amazon had, quote, closed door meetings with manufacturers in China. Well, folks, that's not the first time, right? Amazon has been aggressively courting Chinese manufacturers for quite some time. They are bending over backwards to facilitate the manufacturers having a direct to consumer relationship on the Amazon.com US platform. All right. I'm seeing it everywhere. A lot of times the same Chinese factory that's making your products is now selling and competing directly against you in the same marketplace, and you simply cannot compete with that. It's time to wake up, folks. It's time to wake up. All right. It's happening. Okay. You've got to find a way to win here. Is it worth it? Yes, it's worth it. You just have to get creative and find a way to win. All right. So back to this quick story. Amazon sees what's happening, and they're going to these Chinese manufacturers and they're saying, okay, we're going to join the party. Can't beat them? Join them. And so there will be a section soon. What it looks like, we don't know. When exactly, we don't know. Where it will be, we don't know. But Amazon's now made it clear that that's what's going to be happening. So you will have an opportunity to continue to shop as a Prime shopper and get 2-day shipping, but there's going to be a segment mostly for $20 and below items, from what I've heard, where you can get these cheap items. And when I say cheap, I mean cheap price point. Now, is the quality cheap, poor quality? Sometimes, yes. But that's where a lot of US operators are sticking their head in the sand, because they've always associated these things from China with being, I call it the triple C, cheap Chinese crap, when in fact, the quality has really gotten better. All right. So you can stick your head in the sand, and then all of a sudden one day you're going to look and go, well, man, this is actually the same quality as my product, but at half the price. So that's what's going on. Stay tuned. You can also read about this over in Marketplace Pulse, marketplacepulse.com. They've got a great article about it that shows some graphics about the model that you can view. We'll drop that link in the show too. Great website to follow. We've got a lot of information from there as well. So check it out. But hey, you know, this is just kind of like breaking news. And it's important for us that are in the e-commerce space to follow this and to be aware of what's going on here. I always like to wrap up my video by thanking you. There's bazillions of people, talking heads, talking about e-commerce, and you chose to watch my video. That means the world to me. Thank you. Would you let me know that you appreciated this by subscribing to the channel, thumbs up this video, and I always love to see your comments. So thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.